I remember being a beginner and thinking that me just following someone's signals or me just locking in for 3 to 6 months is going to make me profitable. I can't tell you the amount of money I lost in my first 6 months because I had the wrong expectations. And now I'm here 4 years later, and the goal of this little public mentorship of mine is to hopefully show you what trading actually is, the right way to look at price, and the right psychology to trade price. This one, I want to get rid of your false expectations of trading. Um, Trading, you're not. I had to pause the recording for a minute. I'm sorry about that. Let's talk about what trading is not. And I'm going to write everything I talk about here so you can take your screenshots or take your notes. And you are going to need to take notes. So please do have a journal ready. I have around 50 videos planned for this mentorship. There's going to be a lot of information dumping, so you're definitely going to need a journal for this one. So, what trading is not? First of all, I want to expand this a bit here. You will not get rich quickly. I've been here for 4 years, and I don't think I'm anywhere close to being where I want to. Okay, and that is after 4 years. Now, there is going to be a difference between me and you, and the difference is I did not have anyone to mentor me, and the whole entire 4 years, it was just me versus me. It was me all alone, learning by myself, and that's I think what made it take so long. When in reality, it shouldn't take this long. In reality, you can. I believe I could, and I've obviously done this. So this is coming from experience. I've taken people from zero, quite literally zero. They've just started trading for a week or two, and I've taken them from zero to profitability in 6 months. Okay, I have the results posted on my Discord. So if you don't believe me, go and check it out. But my point is that with the right mentoring, with the right ideology, with the right psychology, with the right person and the right content, it's not going to take 4 years. And again, when I say 6 months, I'm not saying you're rich in 6 months. I'm just saying that you would be at, for example, my level of understanding in 6 months. Obviously, not my level of experience. I have tens of thousands of hours in charts. My point is that what would have taken you 3 years to learn by yourself or 2 years to learn by yourself with the right mentor and the content and everything, you're going to learn that in 6 months. Okay? So, but how do you actually get rich from trading? Two, using your own capital is worthless. You do not want to use your own capital. I've mentioned this many times. In fact, currently, as I'm speaking, I'm going to exemplify this, okay? And I want you to write this down in your journal. I have this new student who just joined my premium mentoring, and they are begging for signals. And I'm like, sure, we'll give you signals. The moment they lose, they're going to blame me. I've explained to this person multiple times that you should stop using your money. And this person is in a tough financial situation. And I said, okay, well, you shouldn't use your money. If you have $1,000 saved up, you do not want to use your own money. In fact, instead of risking 1%, and obviously beginners don't risk 1%, they risk 5 to 10%, right? So if you have a $1,000 account, a beginner is, let's say, gonna risk a 10% on it. So $100 to follow my signals, which could lose, or take your own trade, which is gonna probably lose because you're a beginner. Why not just take $50 or less and get a 25K funded from Top Step? Or if you're in the Middle East and you can't really do futures, what if you go on Funding Pips or Funded Next or all these other prop firms and get a 5K account and then just trade there? So the whole idea of what I'm talking about here is if you're a beginner, your money should instantly go into education. Okay, find a mentor that knows what they're doing and suits your trading style and your persona. And we'll get into that later, right? In the later videos when I do talk about psychology and with the all that, I'll also explain personality types and whether scalping is for you or swinging is for you or intraday is for you. I'm going to give a little snippet of that. So, for example, I am impatient. I'm just impatient of a person, right? And that's just who I am. Um, if something doesn't happen fast, it's going to hurt me. I'm impatient. So scalping is for me. If you're a more patient planner thinker type of person, okay, then swing trading is for you. We'll get into that later though. But I'm just trying to tell you that you should not be putting in real money at the start. Instead, one, open a paper account. I cannot type today. On TradingView, create a journal on Notion. There are many free ones. Do not pay for a journal. There are many free ones. I'm not even going to give you one. There's like a thousand of them on Google. If someone's trying to sell you a journal, they're probably scamming you. I'm sorry to tell you. Do not chase signals. Risk 1% only a trade. Journal every single trade that you take with every detail of it and the reasoning as to why you took it and such. And then, as well as this, your money should go into education, not gambling on the charts. I think that's pretty much all you need to do in your first 6 months as a trader. Open a paper account on TradingView. It takes 2 clicks, so just go ahead and do that. And again, for journaling, Notion is the best. Obviously, there are many journaling apps, but they are so advanced, you don't really need them, to be honest. Just go on Google, look up trading journals. Find one on Notion. There's many free ones. Find one that you like and just use it. And then don't chase signals, please, for the love of God. I've seen so many beginners go down this hole of my friend gave me the signal, I took it, and I make money. Yeah, sure, you might make money off one or two, and you might not realize instantly why signals are bad for you. But give it 6 months, give it a year, you'll realize how much you messed up. There's nothing like I cannot put into words how big of a fuck up taking signals is. You do not want to be taking signals ever. I promise you, you do not want to be. Instead, you should take a trade, all right, by yourself, write your reasoning down, let it play out, and then after your trade has played out, you need to understand either with the help of your mentor, with the help of your more professional friend, or with the help of a community on why your trade failed or why your trade hit take profit, what you did right and what you did wrong. And this becomes repetition and repetition and repetition. It's like you're doing a bicep curl. And when you do a bicep curl enough, your biceps grow inhumanly, right? And at some point, it just becomes muscle memory. So for me personally, sometimes I don't even look at I just look at the charts and I realize, okay, I'm gonna instantly press long here. I just instantly press long. Why? Because I've repeated the pattern so many times that it's carved in my head now. I know what to do. I know what I'm looking for. I know what pieces of order flow. I know what pieces of price action I'm looking for. You will not get rich from trading quickly. Trade. Psychology always matters more than strategy. If you were to go in my Discord right now, I will give you a working strategy. Just ping me, right? Ping Androgen, and type type to me and say, "Oh, give me a strategy." I'll literally type a strategy out that I use every day. You don't have to pay nothing. I'll do it for free. You're not gonna be profitable though. You're not going to be because you lack certain foundations for that strategy. You lack certain understandings in order to have a complete mastery of that strategy. Number one is your psychology. Number two is your risk management. Number three is your fear of missing out. And number four is your greed. And number five is your confidence. And number six is your fear of losing. See what I mean? So there's way more than just strategy. If you go on YouTube right now, there's many profitable strategies. But the thing is, your psychology is fucked. You're not going to be profitable using any of those. You're not going to be, and it's that simple. You will not be profitable with those. You need to fix your psychology. And the biggest piece of advice I have for this, right? The biggest piece of advice I have for this, and I don't know why there's a rectangle here. I don't know where that came from. Have a life outside of trading. I had this student. In fact, he is an admin in my server at the moment. His name is Uzi, and this comes from around a year ago, so a long time ago when I taught him this. He came to me saying, "Hey, I'm 12 hours a day on charts. I don't have time for the gym. I'm just studying, but I hate losing. It feels like I've hit a plateau. I don't know what to do. I'm fucked up, blah blah blah." And I said, "Hey, this is not a grind season niche. You can't be David Goggins in trading. You can't. You simply can't. You need a schedule and you need a life outside." And it's as simple, and let me explain to you why, okay? And I'm gonna use this example of my own experience, right? I used to play a lot of video games, and I still sometimes do. I play a lot of League of Legends here and there. And let me tell you something. When I lose a trade, I just hop on League of Legends and I forget. Don't care. Get me to the next day. I play a match or two, and then I'm like, okay, I don't feel like trading anymore. I'm gonna go outside. I go outside. I'm hanging out with my friends, or I go to the gym, right? And I'm just pretty much enjoying my life as much as I possibly can. But at the same time, when I wake up, let's say I'm a beginner, right? I'm gonna be doing my back testing for an hour. No questions asked. I'm gonna back test, and then I'm not going to open charts until the time that I should be on charts. You don't need to be on charts every day, guys. I'm on charts maximum 30 minutes to an hour a day, by the way. And then anything beyond your studying, when it becomes too much, you need to cut out. Backtest for an hour or two. Follow simple rules, right? Every time you take a trade, it goes instantly into your journal. No questions asked, no strings attached, just like that. And it's as simple as that. Do your back testing, do your forward testing, but also live a life outside of trading. Quite literally, do it. And there is a correlation between something interesting that I found among profitable people, by the way. Profitable people talk to women, and the non-profitable people are so focused on the grind that they don't. Well, let me tell you something. If you're living your life, you'll be more profitable. It's that simple. Oh, I'm scared of missing this trade. So what? I'm gonna go out with my girl. I'm scared of losing money. Oh, I lost money. What do I do? Another trade? No. Hey, you want to play some league? Done. So you see what I mean? You need some sort of distraction. Obviously, not all distractions are good. I'm not telling you to take drugs or whatever, but I'm telling you to live a life outside of trading. Okay? It's that simple. And four, this is kind of niche. People are gonna hate me for this, but I'm still gonna give it to you. Fuck support. Actually, fuck anything that is not ICT. I don't care what anyone says. There's a lot of debate online whether ICT works and ICT this is a scammer, blah blah blah. I cut the fucking noise. Cut the fucking noise of what anybody says. ICT, his teachings are the way. ICT is the mentor of your mentor, and it's that simple. Okay? They are the only concepts that work for constant profitability. Now, obviously, yes, there are people who trade support and resistance and are profitable. Majority of profitable people are ICT traders. It's that simple. It is that simple, guys. Majority trade ICT. ICT is the most accurate way of reading price, and the ideology and the theories behind the ways that ICT uses to read price just completely makes sense, and They match the algorithmic belief of markets. The laws, the logic, and the rules, it just aligns. It's that simple. 5. No indicators. No indicators whatsoever, guys. Unless they make drawing easier. That's it. You don't need RSI. RSI doesn't work. Most 99.99% of indicators are worthless unless they are indicators that make your life easier and they just draw things for you that you would have otherwise had to manually check or manually have drawn. For example, true opens, and you might not know what true opens are. You don't need to know. It's completely fine. Maybe higher time frame candles. Instead of constantly having to switch time frames, what if I just have an indicator that shows me the 60-minute time frame and the 120-minute time frame and the blah blah blah. So it just draws things for me. It just makes my life easier instead of having to check every single time frame. Just makes it easier for me. It's that simple. No indicators whatsoever, and please, for the love of God, do not risk more than 1% a trade. That's it. No more than 1%. I don't care what your capital is. I do not care what your capital is. You might be a beginner and you might think I'm trolling you, but let me tell you something. I did not listen to this advice. A year later, I told myself I wish I would have listened. That's all I'm going to tell you. Please do not risk more than 1%. This is pretty much, I think, everything that I had to tell you for the start of this little mentorship of mine. So, thank you for that. I hope this helped you, and I'll definitely see you in the next one tomorrow.